Hello friends, today we will see about classes. So now this is my file which I have made already. So we have completed up till dictionaries and for loops and nested for loops. So now we also have for range and then let us see what is the variable number of arguments. But suppose there is a function but there can be n number of arguments. Like suppose I want to you calculate data about all my subjects, but I don't know the name of the subjects. What I will do is I will write the asterisk sign and the subject keyword. So it will become an array. Now here you can see I will just define this function. Marks is the function, and inside this I will just return this marks will have one parameter. You can see here it is star kids. So it will be star subjects, and then it will return subjects of 2. So it will return for the argument. 3 is types of subjects of 1, subjects of 1, of 0, then subjects of 1, subjects of 2, subjects of 1. So this is about the variable number of arguments. So this is useful when we don't know the number of arguments. And to access it, we use the index array operator, square brackets. That was about. We will now just check it once. We will call this function on marks and supply it 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. So it should return 50 because it is the fourth element. And I will assign this value to x, and I will print x. You see what is happening here. Calling this function, the subject is an array of 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, and subjects of 3 is the fourth element, it's 50. So the answer should be 50. As I will save the file now, I will go to the Ubuntu terminal. I will go to this. I will change my directory to Python, and then I will check it to be the incorrect directory home cover of Python. So now I will run this Python 3 notes .py. So the answer is 50. As you can see, our code has worked correctly. So I will delete this now. So the next thing about we did is lambda. Lambda expressions we have done. So now we will go to classes. So what is a class? Class is a collection of properties and methods that can be inherited and uh, bound to different objects at one time. So first we will create a basic class, hello world class. Uh, this is class demo and semicolon. So as of all for all statements, class statement also has a semicolon. So after that, in that class, I will add property that is x is equal to 5. This I am just I will just run this. You can see it isn't properly. So x demo isn't properly. Now what I will do is I will just use the constructor. So what is a constructor? A constructor is a function which is called when an object of the given class is instantiated. Suppose when I create an object of this class, so this is a when function call. So then if I have this function name, if it is equal to class name, it means it is a constructor. So when I call the constructor, it will initialize it with the uh, wait a minute, print p1 dot x. So dot operator is the operator which is used to assign uh, uh, properties and methods. So x is a property. So the p1 dot x is that object's x. So x is equal to 5. So the answer should be here 5. So you can see 5 has come and we successfully created our first class. So basically class was class keyword, then the class name, then colon, then indentation, then class with class properties, and then we make this constructor function. If using this constructor function, the name of the constructor function should be same as the name of the class. It doesn't have any parameters and assigned to p1. So p1 is the object. So what does constructor do is create an object. So it returns an object. So p1, I'll just write here, p1 is an object or instance of, sorry, instance of demo class. So this is all. This is because basic. So now we will have control. Now see this is function. These two functions are very important. So this is a constructor function. The first argument to the constructor function is always self. So what is self? Self is a variable that points to the current object which has called this function. So suppose I will copy this now and I'm going to notes. So you can see person is a class and underscore underscore in it. This class is class animal and semicolon. So that defines the constructor function here. This is the constructor function underscore underscore init underscore underscore. So it is self and name. So I will just for simplicity I will have only one argument name, and now self is the reference to the object which has called the function. So it is a constructor function. Self is equal to the constructor function object. So now so self dot name. So p1 we have object p1. So p1's name will be equal to the name passed by the constructor of p1. So after this there will be another function that is str underscore underscore str underscore underscore. It also has a self as its first argument, and then I will just print hello world. No, not hello world. I will print self dot name, and I will just now yes I will just create. I will call this animal class with values cover hero class. This was animal, and then I will print p1 uh, p1 p1 dot name. What is the output? Let us see if the output is correct or not. I am just deleting this. This is my class. So in this class name is after class name I will write colon. Then after that def underscore underscore init underscore underscore. So this is a constructor function. So it has first argument as super. So self and self defines the number function or the object instance which called this function. So the constructor function is called when we create an object of the class. So first constructor is called and it is I have given it the two arguments self and name. So self is the object which called the constructor and name is a variable that I'm passing. So you can see here self dot name is equal to name means assign this name that I have passed to the name of the object. So p1 dot name should be equal to the velocity. And again in the str function there is a self parameter and self dot name will be printed. So now p1 dot name is over and it will be printed. So now yes, I will copy. You can see Gaurav Shirokara's camera. So our code is run correctly. Again we will revise it that class name colon def for class methods. The normal methods are called as functions and class functions are called as methods. This is a method, so this is a constructor. Underscore init underscore underscore init underscore underscore. First parameter is always self. It can be no nothing else. First argument to a init function is self because it is called by the object after creating this after before you can say uh, it is called before the object is instantiated. So when I click on self, what will happen is the constructor function will create an anonymous object and assign it to self. After the completion of the object, it will return the object and I am returned it to P1. And then P1 dot name will be equal to Gaurav Shirokar because in the constructor I have passed Gaurav Shirokar. The constructor belongs to P1. So again we will revise it. So what has happened is I have called this animal function with the parameter. So at this moment the object is not initialized. Means it is created but the uh, object has a self value. So suppose if I suppose no, let us just see it. The thing is what I want to tell you is when this animal dot cover is called, this this function doesn't create an object. Instead of this, if you write in it, then the name will be equal to uh, I can say the self. So this is not a this becomes an object when you instantiate the init function. So suppose I have no init function and suppose I have let me say there is no self. Wait a minute. Hello friends, we'll continue from where we left off. So we were in the class explanation. So we know now how to define a class. So after class we will say how to delete a class object. So here in my if I suppose if I want to delete the p1 dot name, so I need to write here del and space p1 there is object name comma name. So this will just delete. If you try now to print p1 dot name, it will give you error because it has already been deleted using the delete keyword. So the syntax is del space the object name dot name, that attribute of the property of the object. So it should print, and then after delete this should give an error. So I will just note down it. Correct is the correct code. This line is the correct code, and this is the incorrect code. Yeah. This so this is the I will just write here. So this is the incorrect code. So after this, now we will go to the terminal again. I will create a new Ubuntu shell. Instead that I will go to Python. I will check the present working directory. After this, I will just run this command using Python 3. The name of the file is notes.py. The py extension is for Python. So you can see there is an error. Animal has no attribute name. Gaurav Shirokar has been printed once, and the object has no attribute name. Now we'll move to the system library and datetime library. So here you can see platform is the name of the system library, and uh, datetime is the name of the datetime library. So import platform.system will return the system object, and then dir.platform will return the directory structure. So we will run this. Okay. So here I have imported first platform system, and this I'm now just so you can see here the it's every in knowledge the X object, that is the platform dot system object, has come. So now this was about platform. So now if I want to format it to date, so date time function is also there. So here you can have the date time module. So import the date time module. In the date time, there is a property called date time, and that is now. So now returns the number of milliseconds from 1st January 1970. So let us, and it can be formatted to many types. Like you can get the year, then the day, and the day of the week, the date, and you can say month, then year, then leap if it was a leap year, and what which day were you born on, and what time were you born on. All these things are connected. So now I will just save this file, and I will run it. strf time is not defined. Oh, I think it requires x. Sorry. So I'm calling this function now. So you can see the first is the string representation of the date. The second is the year, and third is Friday. So we are the day is Friday. Today is a Friday. So this was about data at time, and now math. Math contains many functions like minimum, maximum, power, 4, 7. So I will just import the math module. I will copy here. I will paste here, and then what I will do is I will just write math dot square root x. So we will get 8. So 8, I will print 8. Then absolute function is there, and power function is there. So many functions are there. So I will close this now. Yes, let me just I will just print everything. So here I will just print everything. So now we will get output. So you can see square root of 64 is 8.0. So square root returns float values. So the absolute value of minus 4 is 4, minus 7.8 is 7.8, and the 4 raised to 7 is 16384. Then minimum is 7 and maximum is 9. So this was about the math. So now we will move to the next. So what is JSON? JSON is a uh, syntax which can be used to send and receive huge amounts of data in a simple, reliable, and secure manner. So now we will study a simple JSON. So I will create a JSON file in inverted commas, simple file, name and Golan and surname as Shirodkar. So this is my JSON. So what I will do is JSON dot the function name is here. JSON dot loads. JSON dot loads is SSJ. JSON dot loads is suppose y, and then I will do print of y. Then I will just write z is equal to JSON dot dumps as y, and I will print z. So what I'm basically doing is I'm just first I've created a JSON object. I'm loading that JSON into y, so it will be loaded. And after completing the object creation, the created object will again be converted to JSON. So now I will just, you can see JSON is not defined. No, I have to import the JSON. It's not in the default. So I will write here JSON. In that JSON, I will sorry, this will be dumps and this should be loads. So now it will work correctly. Yeah, you can see here. So what happened is I dumped this JSON data using the JSON package. I converted to JavaScript object, which is like this name. This is the JavaScript object, and again after JavaScript, I converted that JavaScript again into the JSON. So that's all about JSON. So now we'll import the regular expression package. So for that we need to set import re, and in that there are various functions like find all and search. One